Finally tonight, he's been called perhaps the most dominant athlete in any sport in this entire country. Never heard of him? That's because his pursuit is slightly below the radar. And that is the focus of tonight's Weekend Journal. Alan Francis, the best ever.
Alan Francis is a machine. Pitching his 2.5-pound horseshoes 40 feet, landing them over and over on a 15-inch stake.
Throwing ringers, that's the name of the game.
Nearly 90% of his tosses are ringers, which has helped him win the Horseshoe Pitching World Championship the past 7 years, 15 times overall.
Whatever my best performance is, I want to beat it.
Now 40 years old, Francis has been pitching since he was 7, when he practiced 5 hours a day, learning the basics from his dad.
As little movement as possible is what my dad always taught me.
Was it love at first pitch?
Probably not at first pitch, but once I got a little older, then it became something I loved to do.
And he loved winning, the junior championships and the big trophies that followed. Of course, it's not as easy as Francis makes it look.
And the idea is for it to do
one flip. Beautiful. Yeah, very good.
That was very lucky. Francis says beginners hit ringers only 1 to 3% of the time. His rate of 90 is unreal, but maybe not his peak.
You're never quite satisfied. You're always thinking you can get a little bit better.
No matter how good he gets, there's not much money in it. The World Championship prize is $4,000. He earns the same amount every year from sales of his signature horseshoes. His real job is purchasing manager for a local printing company in his hometown of Defiance, Ohio.
If Nike wants to officially sponsor you, you're accepting offers.
Very much so.
Horseshoes is also how Francis met his wife, Amy. She was once runner-up in the Women's World Championship.
This ability to be in the zone all the time is what has really made him a great player. I see the eagle eyes is what I call it. He looks like an eagle bearing down and looking on his prey.
Even with that intensity, Francis remains a very humble champ.
I don't think much about comparing myself to, Tiger or Nicholas or Jordan. Those guys. I mean, they're at a different level than me.